Sunday, right?
Not yet.
It's close, right? In my world it is.
Coach Crystal, it's nice to see you. You didn't have your defensive coordinator today, yet the defense was still dominant. Really gave McKee a lot of problems early on, saw some complimentary football. What did you see out of your defense and the defensive staff helping with the play calling?
Yeah, it was a collaboration through our whole defensive group, and Billy was here all week long, so he helped institute the game plan. And then I thought our players really executed. They played hard from the opening whistle, and I think they took the first drive and went down and kicked the field goal, and then after that, our first defense did an unbelievable job the entire game. I thought we generated a pass rush against a really good quarterback. I thought we did a really good job in coverage against some really, really good receivers. So really proud about everybody involved in our defense tonight.
Coach, you had some big plays by a lot of your star players, but a lot of that starts with the offensive line. What are your thoughts on how they performed tonight?
Yeah, I thought our O-line did a really good job. Whenever you can rush the ball for over 300 yards, they're establishing the line of scrimmage, and that's what we thought we had to do in this game. We really needed to try to control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, and I think our O-line played really well tonight.
Chip, playing behind that O-line, obviously Zach Charbonnet tied his career high in rushing. What did you see from him today?
Yeah, and he also helped a lot in the pass game too. I think I don't know what his numbers were, in terms of receptions and yardage and things like that. But he's a 3-down back. That's why he's going to have a career after UCLA. Playing professional football, because he can do it all. He can pick up and pass protection. He's a weapon coming out of the backfield, and obviously we saw what he's like when he runs the football. So I thought Zach played outstanding today.
Just with Bill, it's not a long-term thing. You expect him back?
No, Billy was at home. We FaceTimed him in the locker room. He celebrated with us. I think he poured water on himself, so he's good.
Just to get back on track after a tough loss.
Yeah, we don't talk about that, so that's not our world. Our world is every week is an entirely new season. Doesn't matter if you win or you lose. We just came back on Monday, and I thought our guys were great on Monday, so we didn't really talk about let's get back on track and all that. I think when you live your life in the past, I feel really bad for people that do that. So we don't live our life in the past. We don't have a rearview mirror in our office. We don't have a rearview mirror on our practice field. We're always looking to the next opponent and we got next. And it's the same thing with these guys. They can enjoy this win as much as they want tomorrow, but when we come back in on Monday morning, we got to set our sights on Arizona State.
Can I just follow up on that and just
Sure.
Your guys and their buy into that philosophy? I mean, they show that today, I guess. And what can you say about their focus today or this week on the task at hand?
They bought into the philosophy and they did it. I reiterate what you just said.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Chip, nice win for the folks in Manila for breakfast with the Bruins.
Yeah, they were excited. They had a big brunch going on, so we'll FaceTime with them later. Brian Norwood's son is a professional basketball player over there, so we'll make sure we give him a shout out.
Just with Casimir breaking the run in the fourth quarter, he has a lot of big plays. Just how valuable of a weapon is he?
Really valuable. He's starting to really carve a niche out for himself. There's different ways to do things. We knew we were going to run the ball in the fourth quarter, so the fact that we could take a little bit off of Zach there and get him in there, he's done that a ton in practice and obviously started at that position. So, the fact that you can get him a couple runs in the backfield and then use him as a weapon outside and also use him as a returner really makes it difficult to defend him. And he is a guy that has a chance to hit a home run every single time he has the ball in his hand. So I was really happy with him to see that he got a rushing touchdown today.
Chip, what Darius Muasau brought to this defense, really solidifying that middle linebacker spot?
Yeah, I just think he's kind of been the rock that we build everything around. He has to make all the calls on the defensive side of the ball, get us set up. He's a really instinctive football player. He's one of those guys that's calling out plays before they happen because he studies tape so much. He's got a really good feel for what they're doing. And I was really, they scored on their first possession. We drove down the field, but then I think things flipped when he got that interception, and then we score one play later, and then all of a sudden it becomes a little bit of a different football game, and that was him, through film study. They liked to RPO off of that look, and, he was where he was supposed to be and made a huge play for us, but he's had a huge impact on this football program.
You described Zach's strong work ethic in the past. How would you describe the work that he just puts in every week?
Yeah, that's Zach. The best thing about Zach is he does it every day. And it's not hard, it's not easy to do it every single day. There's days where you don't feel 100%, but you can never tell that when you're around him. It's just it's kind of infectious when you see him. It's just every day he's the same person. He's got that work ethic, that mindset. You know, even when you tell him as we got to the fourth quarter that he was out, he doesn't want to be out. He wants to continue to play. You know, he played for 60 minutes. He played special teams if you asked him to. He played defense if you asked him to. He's one of those throwback players that's a lot of fun to be around.
Chip, DTR got banged up a little bit today. How is he doing from what you saw?
He's good. You know, I think that's one of Dorian's greatest qualities is his toughness, and so the kid's a warrior. I think our team thrives off of what he does. I thought he played outstanding. I thought he really kept the drives alive with his feet today. I think we had some uncharacteristic drops, or I think the numbers in the passing game would have been higher. But I thought Dorian played outstanding.
Chip, could you tell on Sunday or Monday's practice, I mean, especially with an experienced squad, that they flushed last week's game and were ready to concentrate on this week?
Yes, I could.
Just, is that the mark of an experienced team too, maybe compared to some of your early squads that they didn't let it linger?
It's the mark of a competitor, and that's what these guys do. I think non-competitors react and competitors respond, and this team responded. And we got a bunch of competitors on this team.
Chip, you had Clancy come in for Bill today. What's Clancy's normal job? Analyst?
He's an analyst.
What has he brought to this defense just in that role?
Oh, he's been outstanding. You know, we lean on him a lot. We actually use Clancy a lot on offense, breaking down other teams' defenses and, you know, giving us their tendencies and why they're doing things and certain things. And if you see a coverage a certain way, like why would you play it this way? He's just got a wealth of experience. You know, we're so fortunate to have him. You know, here's a guy who's been a defense coordinator in the National Football League. He's coached in Super Bowls. You know, was a defense coordinator in this league at both Cal and SC. And, you know, it's kind of a special deal when you get someone like him in an analyst role here, and it was, you know, kind of a seamless transition for us. You know, when we found out Billy was going to be able to go tonight, to just have Clancy up in the box, and we didn't have to change anything on our sideline. So all of our coaches that were down on the field did what they normally do when they're down on the field. So it was really nice to have Clancy there. All right, guys, get some sleep.